All right, what's up, guys? We are live. Evan Aldo here. Market gone down, rebounding a little bit. I do think that we will, VWAP's coming down in higher time frames. I do think there's a good chance we come down, a bit farther. It's never goes straight down or straight up like I would hope. We got 7 people in. Let's hope we could get a total of 6 people now. Let's hope we could get a handful more in this live stream. We got 14, so let's wait till we get like I don't know 30 or 40. Just another minute here, and then we'll get started. So hey, what is up, guys? Hey, Stephen Hall. Yeah, it kind of the things that have been happening lately with the TA and the technical analysis. It's been a little bit tougher to really see in terms of the longs and the shorts. What looked like a perfect entry for a long last night with the 30 minute was just didn't go too well. But there's never 100%, so that's why it's always good to use good risk management and know if you have a winning strategy over time, you will do better. What's up, guys? What's up, Joel? I'm gonna get started in just a second here. We got 34 people here watching this, and we're gonna get going. Yeah, it's been a nice day so far. Friday, a little bit overcast here in Florida, but yeah, let's get started. So let's do a top-down analysis. Let's go into our Bitcoin chart here. Let's start with the weekly. Weekly VWAP coming down. No divergence really. I mean, you can make the argument from here to here. We're going to print this divergence pretty soon. But just in general, aside from this happened so long ago. This happened in May. Or, yeah, this happened April, May. That this general area very sideways from, we're pretty sideways from February all the way till May. This is just a sideways, and one wick up, which is interesting. But yeah, VWAP coming down. Once that comes down, it could be okay because you have the money flow coming up while the VWAP's coming down. But I do think, as I've been saying, there's going to be one last shot to probably get in, sub 54K or sub 60K, something like that, I think, in this cycle. So let's look at I want to look at the 5-day, I believe. That's the one that was printing the red dot. And it still is printing the red dot, the 5-day. And that red dot's probably going to, and you see this VWAP. I mean, look at this. A lot of times, it's been above the 0 line for a while. It's trying to come down. Didn't really do much on that red dot. Green dot, and then you finally get down. You finally come down there. And that's where, it starts to really come down. So that's that. 2-day, you're about to print another red dot, another divergence, from all the way, generally from this red dot here to here. You're going to print that, it depends where you drop, but you're going to get that divergence. And that's coming in pretty soon. Price doesn't generally just go straight down. It goes in different. It goes up, rebounds a little bit. Bulls fight back, bears fight back. That's why it's complicated. That's why it's takes a little tougher to trade. You can make the argument that this divergence has played out, but I think we got some more places to go down. 59, these fib levels, they line up. 54, that's always been a big range, and 59, this area, these two fib levels are good places to look for. So, in general, like money flow coming out while the VWAP's coming down in the 16-hour. Bullish case, there is a bullish case. Let's see something here. If we draw a fib level, let's see if there's an argument that we already bottomed out. Not much in between here. You're probably going to come down a bit more. It's going to take time, though. It's going to take time, for this correction. Anything could happen, obviously. It's never financial advice. I mean, anything could happen here, but I do think if we hit off of that pocket, it does seem like there's room to come down here. The weekend, weekends are always weird. People get their paychecks on Friday. They may be buying Bitcoin, maybe. The bad news I saw is like this YouTuber knows nothing about crypto was talking about it. I normally watch, and I was like, he's talking about crypto? Oh boy, oh no. You know what I mean? So there are some reasons to believe we will have a correction. I mean, it's not an unhealthy correction to come down, to 54 or 59. So if you up and below the 0 line for a while in the 8-hour, usually money flow out trumps, the VWAP. It seems like we're going to get that crossover into the red. Here, this crossover from red to green, bam, you came up like crazy. This one, didn't work out too well. Maybe you got some, by the time it actually happened, you're kind of starting to recover pretty sideways. This crossover, that brought you up to the spider line. this crossover downward, yeah, I mean, you had to have some patience, some good risk management, probably almost down to that spider line. So when it's choppy, it's tougher, but when you've been above this line for a while, here to there, that was the divergence. You can make the argument it's played out. That's the bullish case, but it does look like we have some more time to go down. We just got this 6 hour money flow crossover into the red. VWAP coming up. Yeah, the VWAP's been below zero line for a while. This would be indicative of some sideways action for a while, which is pretty normal after you have let's see what type of correction we had here. After you have like a 7-8% correction, that would be relatively normal. 3 hour, right now we're coming up. We bounced off of this area right here. Let's see if we can see what fib level we bounced off of. Generally that 0.5 fib around there. Kind of weird how we wicked down to that general area. It was a tough, the way the TA hasn't been working as well for me lately, just for me. It could be me, maybe I lost my mojo a little bit, but I haven't had the success rate that I've had in the past, definitely not. So, we're hitting off of this pocket, but don't get discouraged. If you had Crypto Face had a bad month, and I had the best month ever, I think. So, it's not, you got to stay in this for the long haul. So, it seems like we're just about to hit off of this spider line. That's where I'm kind of looking for a, look at this right here. 2 hour money flow crossover, potential 2 hour money flow crossover. Let me set a notification for that. I want that. That's going to be important for me. And crossing money flow value 0.0. I'll do once per minute. I really want to know about this happening while we're generally bouncing off of this pocket right there. Probably not financial advice, probably not the worst time to go short. Hour is interesting. You got some snake eyes in the hour. The last time this has happened, you did come up a bit there if you repeat that. It doesn't happen all that often. I'm trying to, did it work out? This is interesting. This is interesting for the bullish case. Most of these times here, it was a little weird. It came down more. Here, 3 eyes, interesting. So you came down more before you corrected. You came down another, after this snake eye, you came down another 4%. So if you repeat like that, you come down another 4%. I'd be interested to see where, it was 4% from there. Probably down to 60. That'd be interesting if we come down to 60. Or we just recover based on that. But I would lean a little bit more bearish. Maybe we just go sideways, weird, bore to living, bore everybody to death over the weekend, and then finally drop down a bit more. 15-minute, you got some curvature. You're trying to come up here, but you've been below for a while. Here, that's the thing. This is more of the bullish case. Here, this crossover didn't work. That crossover didn't work really. You came up a little bit from that one. Okay, that worked a tiny. This one worked a tiny bit, but yeah. And then you're about to cross over into the green right now. You got these fib levels in front of you. How's our 4 hour? You're printing a green dot, so maybe you come up a little bit more. Maybe you do come up a little bit more based on, that's one of the main strategies I've used in the past off of this crossover here, but combined with a lot of things. There's some conflicting things, on the charts at the moment. I mean, if you have a strategy that works, I mean, I might even, try to go in on this money flow crossover. If it does happen, sometimes it gets close and it doesn't happen. I mean, when could this? It could be a few more hours before this happens, or we could just, it'd be, bullish case, you come up like this, bearish case, you come back down, and that would, and that's for the next, 12 hours or so. It seems like if we want to look at the really low time frames to see what's going on right now, this looks okay. So there's no bearish divergence. Looks like the 3 minute is usually good for this too. So you haven't really, okay, so bearish divergence right there and money flow coming out. That brought us down a little bit. You didn't quite hit the spider line or that yet, so you're kind of waiting for there. Maybe we come up and then you finally get that real divergence money flow down. So that's that. That's Bitcoin. Let's look at the chat a little bit. We'll look at DOT. How's ETH looking? 54K first or 74K first? Probably 54K, man, what I'm thinking. Anything could happen, though. Do you consider trigger waves on 12 hour? I consider trigger waves everywhere. Everything coming down. Yeah, that's why Crazy Crypto Official. Yeah, everything coming down. So let's look at ETH real quick. Guys, smash the like button. Let's get a little bit higher. Let's take a look at ETH right now. And let's see here. So ETH. I probably have to draw some. Well, let's do our fib from top to bottom here, just to get an idea. This has been interesting. This looks like the S&P 500 right there. How this is just gradually increasing, like too healthy. Like it looks too healthy. You know what I mean? So the main place with ETH, obviously, this general area 43 is a good place to look for. You're high. I mean, you're high in the green on the daily. Look at this. You came up here, then bam. When you're at the same place almost, maybe you come up a little bit more, then bam, down. Maybe you hit that 5,000, maybe, but you're already generally down. Let's look at some lower time frame. Well, this is a weekly, so VWAP coming down, same as Bitcoin. There to there, that's going to be a big divergence. It's a long ago on the weekly, though. wouldn't really like give too much credence to divergence. I would just look more at the one. The VWAP coming down is the main thing. Money flow is still strong in the weekly, so more of indicative of sideways. 3-day, this is a clear divergence all the way back from here to here. That's a divergence. You're printing that that red dot, from this last last one right here. Well, that wasn't a divergence, but just the last red dot brought us down that amount. This one didn't work out too well. So say you repeat the same deal, that was a 30% correction. Wow. Where would a 30% correction bring us on ETH? You'd come to this general line, the 618 fib level, around 33.7 or something like that. It doesn't look good overall in this time frame. However, this is a longer time frame, so things change within that period. The 2-hour VO's been above the zero line for a while here. Just look at that. Been above the zero line for a long time. Finally crossing down. Money flow is high. Like, look at the last time the money flow was, this high. We came higher. We did come higher that time, but then curved down. Notice here, you weren't printing any red dots at the same time as the money flow is being around that high. So that's what's interesting on the pattern. You could see here, look at this money flow, being this high every time we're above it, and we got a red dot. Pretty good correction. A red dot. That one didn't work out too well. Okay, that's a bullish case, but these last two didn't work out. They didn't really come down, these last two on the 2 days. So that's usually when a few didn't work in a row, the next one kind of brings you down. So that's why I'm kind of leaning, more bearish at the moment. We'll see what happens in the weekend, maybe a sideways weekend, and Monday we finally, come down a bit and get that correction. But yeah, I mean, one of these red dots is going to bring us down. We have this one, 2 hours to confirm. I'd say there's a good shot it'll bring us down, unless this just gradually keeps going up like the S&P 500 and just works like that, but pretty unlikely. Divergence, all this divergence, money flow seems to be topping out here. Last time it was, this general area went a little bit higher, but then just curve plunked. What percentage was that? Here to here, 24%. So that's some analysis on the higher time frames. Let's look at the 12-hour, kind of the same deal, same thing. Just that divergence played out a little bit. Seems like it could play out some more high in the green. So yeah, 8-hour blood diamond confirmed. Usually these mean business. The last time we had one, okay, not as about a 10% correction. We've already had let's see here, about a 4% correction. So let's see, did we have any worse ones back here? No blood diamond. They don't come up too often, but when they do, that was a big correction. Yeah, so they don't happen too often. This one could be the bad one. This one could be the bad blood diamond, is what I'm thinking. You'd probably come down, if a bad case scenario, you could come down to 4,000, 4,300, these general areas. Let's try a fib level to kind of see what we're working with at the moment, where we could end up. This pocket's definitely going to give you the 4,000 pocket. It's kind of equivalent to the 54K pocket on Bitcoin, so that's a good possibility. Let's look at the 4-hour here. You're coming back up with the VWAP. You are coming back up. Not a divergence either way, so you can make the argument, you kind of played out, and then you're going to come up a little bit more. You're curving down with the money flow in the 2-hour. Let's kind of experiment. We've been in the green for a while. This money flow crossover down, you came down a little bit, bounced right back up. This one didn't really do anything. This money flow crossover keep going up. So then you come there. One of these will probably, bring you down. It could be a situation like here where it actually, this one you got lucky too. Like none of these really lately have done anything in terms of the crossover. I mean, they're kind of, so I think you're going to get some, some type of situation, some type of situation where, what was this one? 23%. Let's see here. So, if it happens like around here, 23% would, I don't think we're going to go that low. That's a little crazy if we do go that low, but I think there's a good shot, this general area. But yeah, that is ETH. I mean, here it does look like let's see, is there a bullish divergence? Yeah, bullish divergence on the hourly. Money flow still isn't too strong. It's starting to come back in though, so maybe we do recover. It's possible. That's the more bullish case on these low time frames in 15-minute curving upward, 4-hour VWAP curving upwards. So into the weekend, it's, if you're going by a certain strategy like I do, just follow your strategy, and over time you'll be profitable as long as it's a winning strategy. But yeah, overall I think we're leaning a little bit more bearish in the medium term, the short term, after the weekend at least. Depends on where it will happen. Let's see here. Let's look at, I think someone said dot. Okay, yeah, well, let's take a look at dot. Guys, smash the like button. Let's see. What do you think? Yeah, we'll look at mana. We'll look at a lot of these guys. We will look at a lot of these. SHIB we'll take a look at too. Let's look at the SHIB first. The SHIB. So yeah, guys, I mean these fib levels don't lie. This little golden pocket here, this doesn't lie. Bounced off of there, bounced off of that fib. VO coming up with a daily. This don't look that terrible. That don't look good. That don't look good. You're gonna get a red dot as money flow is still completely out on the 12-hour, as you're bouncing off of a fib level. As a 6-hour, doesn't look too good. You just confirmed a red dot in the middle of those levels. You're probably more likely go to this, this golden pocket than go to that golden pocket, then come up to that one. 2-hour, or actually 4-hour, pretty deep in the red still. Wouldn't even be a divergence if you printed a green dot, probably not. 2-hour, still wouldn't probably be a divergence. You'd have to come lower than that to make it a divergence. So yeah, I wouldn't be buying it at the moment. I wouldn't be buying SHIB at the moment, but yeah, looks like it could go down farther. So dot was the other one people wanted me to look at. Dot, Polkadot. How is Polkadot doing? Okay, we're at 45, so we definitely, we corrected a good amount. I like Polkadot. I think it's a very good project. I own a good amount of it, and not as much as Cardano, but I do. So we came up to, 50, our all-time high, 54, 55, bounced off of that level. VO coming up on the daily, that looks good to me. VO coming up on the 12-hour, you're still in the green, but you're curving down, so it could go either way here. I mean, if we do have that, 54K Bitcoin, this will probably, you probably would come down to 40, maybe. Worst case scenario, I'd say probably 33, 34. Never financial advice, though. Anything could happen. 6-hour, you're curving up. You're about to print that green dot after almost another bounce off of that pocket right there. So that's that. As you're getting a crossover into the red, what would that be indicative of? Probably just sideways for a bit. You'll probably consolidate. I'm not expecting too much in the short term. Not short term. Nothing too crazy. Let's look at the 4-hour here. Is this a divergence? Yeah, you do have a bullish divergence in the momentum waves. However, money flow is still out. If you went in on that money flow crossover downward, you would have made a nice short right there. So yeah, that one to that one, there to there. Yeah, nice bullish divergence in the 4-hour. Let's see some other. You're curving up on the 2-hour, so that's what I'm thinking. Like the title of this video, like I think we'll rebound, a little bit more. Maybe you come up to this on a lot of these, then you finally just sideways, sideways bullish, and then you finally come down a bit more, which is what I'm kind of what I'm kind of thinking. Good curvature coming up there on the 15 minute. How's the 10 minute maybe? Money flow crossover, nice little trigger wave. You'll probably come up to, 47 before you pull back more. But yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Good afternoon, Mr. John Wipachowski. Fudmaster. Veracity. Okay. So, let's see here. What do people want me to look at? How do I deal with losses? It's not a big deal because I have good risk management. I mean, I know overall that it'll be all right. So, I mean, it's usually not a big deal if you're only risking 1% or 2% of your account on each trade. It does get annoying though. It does get annoying. I don't trade degenerately like a lot of other YouTubers. We looked at SHIB. Let's see here. Mana, yeah, we'll take a look at Mana. Is it coming back? Is Mana coming back? So, daily, you're printing a green dot. You can make the argument this is like a bull pennant. Yeah, it does look like it's coming back a bit. Interesting. People have been talking about this. So you are hitting some resistance right now. Hitting that fib level. VWAP coming down on the 12 hour. You're still high in the green, 6 hour. VWAP coming down, there to there, not a divergence. 4 hour, curving upward. You're about to print a red dot though. I mean, this doesn't look bad. Not bad at all. That looks okay. I wouldn't want to be entering right when you're, hitting this level, but it does look pretty good. It does look like it has some room to go up. I know the hourly green dots when you're in such an uptrend usually do well. This could go back to $4, maybe in the as one last leg up, but and you got on your thing right here, it says strong buy, so that's that's always important. That's but there to here all the way to here. I mean, you could draw a divergence here in some of these lower time frames, all the way there to there, and then there to there. Divergence as you're hitting that fib level. You'll probably have some type of reaction downward from here, I would guess, based on what I'm seeing right now, and it looks like that's happening based on the 6 minute. But in terms of going in, I mean, you want to look for, see if we get down this much, see if we probably won't get down that much, but 313, then $3 even. Yeah, that was Mana. Let's see a few others. We'll look at Algo. I don't do too much cup and handle. I don't do too much traditional TA, man. I look more at market cipher. I do a little bit of traditional TA, but this is interesting. You're hitting off of that fib level right now. Daily in the red, but the VWAP is curving back up. Interesting. You look at the 12 hour here. So let's see there. 12 hour VWAP. Wow, those last two times attempts to cross over haven't worked. Yeah, is that kind of cup and handle formation or whatever. Usually bullish or whatever, but I mean, I like to look at money flow and other things to determine that. 8 hour VWAP coming down. 4 hour, you got a divergence printing right now. While you hit off of that, that fib level right there, you got a divergence forming. See if we can hold that level. That'd be a good thing to try to do. It's the same divergence, pretty high into the green there. When you had this, the last time he came down a bit more, then came up. Does look a little bit overbought. Curving down. Coming up at the. Yeah, I don't know. See if we can hold this level of support. See what happens. Let's see. let's see. Yeah, retrace up a bit more, maybe. Yeah, crazy crypto, retrace up a bit more. I couldn't tell you exactly where, but then I think we'll correct a little bit more. It'll probably be a boring weekend, probably more sideways, maybe. Um, let's see. KDA. Um, regards, my camera angle is not engaging. Is not that engaging. Okay. I'll figure that out. I'll look at the camera angle some more. What was it? KDA. So yeah, you guys want some entry points for KDA. I don't know. The last time I looked at this, it didn't look the best, but interesting. Yeah, so we had the last time. I think I looked at this around here, I believe, or yesterday. Yeah, so that was this one didn't play out. This divergence. Well, you have this divergence, from here to here, from there, that divergence, and then money flows curving down. However, VWAP's coming back up on our 4 hour. And you, let me redraw this. Let's see here. So we hit off of, yeah, you kind of tested that level, basically. You're kind of coming back up at the 4 hour. Coming down there. Divergence and money flows coming down. You had a little rebound, but yeah, I mean, if you do KDA, I mean, this is one of those videos. No, it's not I think it's a layer 1, right? I don't know exactly what it does, but VWAP on these lower time frames, money flow is just not there. It's not coming in as much as we would want to see. So, 30-minute, you're coming down there in the red. You got to see if we could hold that point as support. You're coming up at the 15-minute, 4 hour. So I think in the short term you'll probably come up a little bit more, but after that, a lot of these higher time frame things, daily red dot, has the 8 hour. I think a lot of it looks overheated. I mean, there's only so high you could come with this before plat. I mean, what's the next? 35, then after that maybe 40. That would be the highest I could really see us going before. It's just been straight up. Wow. But yeah, nothing goes up forever. Okay. Let's see here. How's it going, bro? Having some beers. Nice, crypto. Yeah, you're having some beers. I'll probably have a beer tonight. I'm gonna be in Orlando tonight, so it'll be fun. OMG went up 30%. I think I heard that. 68 likes. Thanks so much, guys. Let's look at OMG. So goes up, must come down. Let's see. Oh, let's try a fib level first or something. Bounce off of that one. Daily don't look too good. At divergence, although you can make an argument it's played out. I mean, we corrected what, 30%? Up and down, up and down. Blood diamond, that don't look too hot. 12 hour, 8 hour. I mean, you do have these VWAPs coming up on these time frames, but this just doesn't look too hot in my opinion. Blood diamond, every Jesus, every time frame. 12, 16, 12, 10. This is a blood. I've never seen this amount of blood diamonds, guys. I've never. Maybe look for a short off of that level. I mean, we're printing. The VWAPs are coming up on some of these lower time frames. That looks pretty good, actually. Hourly. The red. Yeah, it looks like it'll recover a little bit. I think just a lot of these things will rebound a little bit, more sideways on the weekend after, the big move it had, and then we'll really see, a real correction if we do, or the, less likely bullish case, I think, we come back up and test the 70s or whatever, but, yeah, I do think that, this bullish divergence here, I think it'll come up a bit more, see what happens, see if you could take this, pocket here as support rather than resistance. But this many blood diamonds, like I've never seen this before. I've never seen this on every time frame like this. I mean, up here too, you know, everywhere. Just every blood diamond or red diamond everywhere. Yeah. Let's see. Shiba I looked at, you know, I think it's kind of like everything else. We're going to rebound for a little bit and then, you know, come down a bit more. Let's see here. Sushi swap. I will look at compound. Yeah, I'll do compound. It's been talked about a bit. I think I might have skipped over it. You know, comp it's an okay project. Let's see the daily here. Okay, so the daily, this has been bleeding bleeding pretty bad since May. It does not come back, which already not a good sign because most good things have come back at least a little bit since May. I mean, it's a third of what it was in May. VWAP coming up on the daily, okay, you know, that's kind of good. RSIs came up, trying to seem like they'll kind of come up here. Rejected off of there. You wanted me to look at the 12-hour, I know that. It's in between, man. It's, you know, I thought we'd come higher into the green earlier. The last time I did TA on this didn't play out. VWAP coming up, you know, money flow coming out there. Indicative of more of a sideways type of thing. You know, I'd want to see us. It's just bleeding. It's just bleeding. Yeah, the 8-hour looks a little bit better here. I mean, can you draw? You probably get some type of bullish divergence, almost. Yeah, it could kind of, the last one I was looking at, the 8-hour, this type of, you know, from there, I guess. Yeah, you'll get a bullish divergence soon. Maybe you come up a bit more. Let me redraw my fib, get a better fib or something. This has been, yeah, let's, you know, go from, see more what's going to happen in the shorter term. Okay, so you are bouncing off of that pocket right there. That does look relatively good. Maybe you could get a nice little scalp in off of this. Let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah, you know, you got that divergence in the 4-hour, that nice little, yeah, bullish divergence. I would actually, you know, 360 maybe. You'd probably want to take profits first around here, 335 if we do make it that high. Might not be the worst trade. Hourly, you know, you're bouncing off of that general level. 15-minute money flow crossovers are always powerful, so maybe wait for that. Maybe we, probably what most likely will happen, we get a little rebound here, and then come up, you know, in the next day or two, and then finally really correct down. This has just been bleeding a lot, though. So let's see here. Truer. Never heard of that one, RDLS. Let's see. Engine I might try to look at. BLZ I have never, or Sushi. Okay, Sushi. Sushi we'll look at. I gotta get going in a few minutes. I'll try to do these fast. Gotta make the drive up. So Matic on the 15, like everything else, you know, you're gonna have that money flow crossover upwards relatively soon. So we came down a lot with this. You bounced off of kind of that fib level almost. Your daily VWAP is coming up, so yeah, 12-hour. You're trying to come up now. You're printing another red diamond, so that didn't really work out too well. 6-hour. That's a divergence. It's coming up. You know, you probably get to this level before you come back down, maybe. 4-hour, there to there. That's a bullish divergence. You come up from there, yeah. A lot of bullish divergences on this. It does look relatively good. Let's see, how's the 15? Yeah, they're coming up. You'll probably at least get to the, you know, maybe 180, back to 180, what we were at like yesterday, kind of. What did we get to over? Yeah, we almost got to 180, almost there yesterday, so yeah. Let's see. Chain link, yeah, I'll look at the bigger caps, a few of the bigger caps. Airdrop hedging, car. What was that weird one someone wanted me to look at? Car. Try it. Let's try car. Guys, smash the like button. Is it this? Yeah, car in a line. It's been out for a while. Yeah. See how much we've been up since 200%. It's a slow mover. Not moving up too much. 200%. Not much. Not much. Just kidding. Bounced off of that fib level. There, you gotta, that's a bullet bearish divergence. You're coming down 4 hour. You're hitting off of there. You're coming up with the VWAP. Trying to come up. Generally, money flow is coming up here, so yeah, not the worst thing. Not the worst thing. Nice bounce off of there with that divergence. That's a 15. You want to wait for probably a money flow crossover in here at least, I would say. I don't know anything about this. It's another coup. It's probably a gaming one. Just trying to, trying to catch on to the fun. I think probably what I'm thinking is the gaming to like the fad is going to end like early next week when we really dump down. I think that's kind of my prediction. I think it happened here, but I think, Bitcoin dumps down, high 50s, mid 50s. All of these really dump down if this is a gaming one. But yeah. Someone wanted me to look at Veracity. I will look at Veracity. Veracity is like probably my favorite one. I haven't been in this since like a cent, so it's been nice so far. Daily, yeah, I mean you got that typical, typical correction bouncing out that fib level. It'll be the bottom for a bit on this, I do think. On a lot of this stuff, it will be the bottom for a bit, and then we'll recover and then either go farther down or, or somehow the bullish case plays out. Nice little divergence on the 6 hour. There are a lot of divergence. I mean, you could try to. This probably wouldn't be a bad place to get some for the HODL portfolio. Maybe sell up here or something. Not financial advice though. Never financial advice. But yeah, I do like the curvature here. This is looking better than a lot of other things right now. Money flow generally coming up as prices coming down. Nice divergence. That's a beautiful divergence coming up right there. Beautiful curvature. I do like this right now. I do really like what I'm seeing. I don't know if you could trade this on leverage, but this is one of the few I really like right now. 30 minutes a little iffy, but 15. Oh, I like that money flow crossover. That is beautiful. This is beautiful right here. This is just beautiful. Look at that. Ooh, just coming up. Look at that. Ooh, money flow just coming up all the way. I mean, what percentage? That's a big divergence. That's a 20% in decrease and then diverge. Yeah. This will probably come up to 7 cents, I would think, around the high 6s in the short term. But yeah. So we looked at Matic, Cody, ADH, Chainlink, Fun, Normal TA. I like to know what you think. It's like also with Market Cyber. Thank you always. Thank you guys so much. We'll look at a few more. Let's see. Okay, we will look at Fun, I guess. There's always new ones I like to look at. It's probably another gaming one. Is it Fun Fair? Yeah. So, how is... Wait, I can't even see what's happening here. Okay. Yeah, money flow crossover, that's pretty good. RSI is down. Let me draw a fib level. Let me draw something, just something to go by. It's hitting at some resistance right there. 12 hour, it looks like you're generally trying to come down with the money flow. There to there, you're still curling off. Let's see on 6 hour. This could go either way, really. You could print a bearish divergence relatively soon on that. This doesn't look as good as, this looks like more like everything else. Yeah, you're going to print bearish divergence relatively soon as you're hitting these lines. How's the 2 hour? Same thing. How's the 1 hour? There, same general thing. Red dot as you're hitting that level. Wouldn't be one to go long on this at the moment. Was a 15. Interesting how is there... Yeah, that's... You're hitting off of there. I mean, the higher time frames are showing you divergences. This is going to give us a fight, definitely. It's good to go down a bit more. We'll look at chain link and ADA, and then I gotta get going, guys. So that'll be that. 83 likes, 88 people here. Let's look at ADA. 206. Let's see. It's in a consolidation phase. Hit right there. Bounced off. Red dot in the daily. Not the best look. Ugh. 12-hour. I like the money flow curve upward. That was a tease right there. Most of the time that would have went higher. 8-hour view up coming up. This doesn't look too bad as long as you stay in the green on the 8-hour. It doesn't look terrible. 4-hour. It's not really a divergence. That's the issue. Yeah, no real bullish divergence. Yeah, you're trying to come down. Damn. You're hitting off of there. Doesn't look the best. Doesn't look the best. I like this. I like the 30-minute view up curve. I mean, money flow curving up. I like that. But I like this on the 15-minute. How was the 8-hour? Yeah, as long as you stay in the green there, you should be all right. But it doesn't look the best. Doesn't look the best. And we'll look at. I already looked at dot guys earlier. I don't even remember what I said about it. I'm gonna look at. I'll look at chain link lastly. And then I'm going to get off. Look at chain link. Let's see the chain links. Bounced nicely off of there. We didn't correct as much as like a lot of other things, which is interesting. This kind of has a mind of its own sometimes. You bounced off of that level. You're coming down. Now you're bouncing off of this level. Red dot in the daily, 12-hour. Money flow starting to curve downward. You got kind of a divergence that's trying to play out, hitting off of a fib level. 8-hour VWAP curving upward. No real divergence, so not the worst type of thing. I mean, fall all the way back from there to there, made just momentum waves, but that doesn't mean too much. 4-hour, I like that. You know, VO's coming up. I do like that right off of that level. I do kind of. It's looking like most other things there. Money flow, I mean, it's been in the green for a while. Here I don't really like. Interesting how. And up like that. And 15. I do like the 15 on a lot of other things. So I do think, you know, we're going to get that rebound and may go down a bit more. And I mean, these high time frames and all of this, well, not here, but, you know, the 3-day. VWAP coming down as money flows coming up, that makes it hard to read. That's indicative of sideways, but I do think you will correct. From that, you know, it may take a few days to play out. I mean, look at how far we've, just general, like, patterns, been up quite a bit. Usually you'll fluctuate a little bit in there, unless we have a situation like that, January 21, or a situation like that, you just blatantly go down. But, you know, in terms of if Bitcoin goes down to 54, this could go down to, I'd say, high 20s, something like that, this general area, 26, something like that. But yeah, that was a 2-day. Yeah, I mean, everywhere it looks like, see the VWAP, like you're trying to come down, and you come back up, maybe even finally come down. But shorter term, I mean, you'll probably be able to retest, I don't know about 38, but you may come up a little bit more with this crossover on the 15-minute money flow coming on these lower ones. So yeah. All right, guys, I got to get off. Don't have time for any more today, but we got 90 likes. It's been a nice 40 minutes or so. Thank you so much, guys. Smash the like button. It means a lot. Have a good one, guys. Have a good weekend. Check out my new course. It's kind of risk management psychology, interpreting market cipher, especially if you're new. Everything I use to place my trades, I show you kind of the main strategy I use. So great course, if I do say so myself. A lot of people have liked it so far. I think it'll help you guys out. Risk management, I do trades on there, like filming myself doing trades on there, you know, kind of showing you how it's done, all that type of stuff. So I think it should help you guys out a lot. Check that out. We're doing a discount. check the description box below. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye bye.